Morning students. We will extend the study of the line, and we saw in the last lecture the shortest distance between two skew lines. We will look today the distance between or perpendicular distance between two parallel lines. Very important thing. I taught you skew lines that time, they were not parallel, but this time the lines are parallel. How we can identify that lines are parallel? The ratios are in proportion, in equal proportion, or they may be equal. So first of all, we just look for, again I speak that this kind of question also will be done by the vector method only, meaning shortest distance or simple distance between two lines. So R equal to A plus lambda A1 plus lambda B and R equal to A2 plus mu B. Don't confuse about B1 B2. I cannot take B1 B2 because this time the both B1 and the definitely ratio of the lines are same or in equal proportion. So both will be B. Both will be B. So keep remember this thing is very easy it is. So distance between two lines, these two are parallel lines, and we want to find the distance between two lines is given by B cross A2 minus A1 upon mod B. So very common thing. Can you compare to the formula of distance between two skew lines, and this is distance between two parallel lines? Simple. Instead of here it was there B1 cross B2, it is only B. That time it was dot, it is cross now. A2 minus 7 is a constant, remains same. And upon it was mod B1 cross B2, it is only mod B. So I don't think it's a trouble. Keep remember the formula. This is the distance between two parallel lines. The method was also easy in the Cartesian geometry also. But okay, we can remember by only one method, which is vector method. So you know that, keep in mind and make the idea in your mind that we are finding both distances, skew line distances and parallel line distances by vector method, and this is the formula. So we can take one question and by which we can understand about what we are studying. Look at example number 12. I will take. Find the distance R equal to I plus 2j minus 4k plus lambda 2I plus 3j plus 6k R equal to 3I plus 3j minus 5k mu 2I plus 3j plus 6k. We have got both the lines. One thing which I want to tell you especially, that can you see these two are equal? That's why we can say maybe equal, maybe proportional. So lines are parallel. We don't have to check. And find the distance. In question will come in exam. Suppose this question has come like that, and if first of all it is very important to know that whether lines are skew or not. Skew. If lines are skew lines, definitely we will use the first one formula. But lines are parallel, we will use the second one formula. What we need from first line, let A1 is equal to I plus 2j minus 4k. From second line, let A2 is equal to 3I plus 3j minus 5. You know, A1 is the position vector, the point by which first n passes, and A2 is the position vector of the point by which second n passes. So A1, A2 we got, and this is called B. And from both the lines we can say B is equal to 2I plus 3j plus 6k. Now what we'll find out? We will find first A2 minus A1, and B is only B, so we don't have to bother about that. So first of all, we first find A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1, you know it, 3I minus I, 2I. 3j minus 2j is a plus j, and minus 5k plus 4k is a minus k. So you got a A2 minus A1. And now what is the formula? Distance. The formula of distance is B cross A2 minus A1 upon mod B. This is a formula. So you need their cross product, B cross A2 minus A1. B cross A2 minus A1. B cross A2 minus A1. So I think we should not write this formula here. We will find the requirement. What is the requirement? B cross A2 minus A1. How to find the cross product? IJK. Remember it. IJK. B is 2, 3, 6. And A2 minus A1 is 2, 1, minus 1. And find out it. So this is going to be minus 3, minus 6, minus 9. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 12, minus 14, plus 14. And 2 minus 6 is a minus 4. Okay, you got a B cross A2 minus A1. After finding, you can go on directed distance. It's a B cross A2 minus A1 upon it's a mod B. So you know what to do. You have to find the, it's in mod. You can write the mod till here, okay, because already denominator is in mod. So B cross A2 minus A1, put a mod. You know how to take a mod. 81. You know you're finding the mod of B cross A2 minus A1, which is this one. 81, 196, and this is 16. And in the B is in mod, you know found how to find the mod of B, 4, 9, and 36. So lastly, the answer is given by distance equal to, go on, this all you can add 6, 6, 12, 13, 1 carry, 2, 11, 8, 19, 1 carry and 2, 293 upon this whole will be 7. So 293 upon 7 is the answer, that is distance between two parallel lines. So I don't think this is tough one, very easy thing it is. B cross A2 minus A1, you find out first. You first find A2 minus A1, then you find B cross A2 minus A1, then find its mod and put up the values. So this is the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, so keep remember this thing. Again I tell you only one thing from my side. Suppose lines are coming like that. Suppose lines are coming like that. So first of all I tell you that can you catch the ratio 2, 3 and 4 ratios are equal, meaning lines are parallel. And you need three things, A1, A2, B. So what is A1? By which first line passes. 1, 2, 3. So you can say A1 is equal to 1i, 2j, 3k. A2, the position vector of the point by which second line passes. -1, -7, 5. -1, 1i, -7, 7j, plus 5k, 5k. And B is as usual 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2i, 3j, 4k. And after finding these, you can follow the formula and get your answer. So it's enough, I think, to tell you all about the lines. Now we will go on the exercise. Few questions already have taught you. In the examples already have taught you lots of questions, so you can take the help of examples and you can do the exercise also. Still, 11.2 we have exercise 11.2. Again I want to tell you about angle between two lines. It is not in your syllabus, but theta equal to 90, meaning lines are perpendicular. You need to remember the case. When theta equal to 90, what will happen? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. It's very important. And in a vector you can remember B1 dot B2 is equal to 0. If you don't remember the vector formula, no matter at all, you please remember the Cartesian formula, which is A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. So keep remember that also. So we have a question, lots of questions we are having. I just want to tell you something about question number. Can you see second question? Show that line through the point this is perpendicular to line through the point this. So first of all, you please read the question twice and thrice. First of all, we put some point A, B, suppose it is C and it is D. And question says prove that line joining from A and B is perpendicular to line joining from C and D. This is the question. It's a very easy question it is. Question says, show that line joining AB, a line passes from AB is perpendicular to the another line which passes from CD. So what you will do? You need to show perpendicular now. Right now, recently I taught you, two lines are perpendicular. What will happen? A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 must be 0. What is A1, B1, C1? Ratio of first line. So where is the first line? AB. But line is not given. You guys don't find the line. You need not line. You need ratio only, because the concept is depending on the ratio. That is the thing which actually requires to understand about that. If you don't know the concept, it will be trouble to you. So try to understand. You need to show lines are perpendicular. You have to show your lines are perpendicular. What is the least requirement? Least condition? A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 is equal to 0. This is least condition. What is A1, B1, C1? What is A2, B2, C2? Ratio of lines. Where's the first line? This is first line. Well, line is not given. Line is not. Okay, no worry about that. When line is not given, you can find the ratio now. So first of all, I tell you that how do you find the ratio? Look at taking. A is this one and B is this one. Don't find the line AB. Line passes from AB. The equation of that line you don't need. Ratio of line. How we can find the ratio of line? Which is called A1, B1, C1. You know that two lines are there. So first line ratio will be called A1, B1, C1. And you know the how to find the ratio. When 2 points are there, if you join them, how we can find the ratio? This minus this, meaning x2 minus x1 2, y2 minus y1 5, z2 minus z1 minus 4. This is A1, B1, C1. And similarly, taking C is a 0, 3 and 2, D 3, 5 and 6. So ratio of line which passes from C and D is called A2, B2, C2. And how we can find the ratio of the second line? This minus this, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z2. You got a A2, B2, C2. Now, you have to show two lines are perpendicular. What is this condition? A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 must 0. So find the value of A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So what is A1, A2? 2, 3 is a 6, 5, 2 is a 10, 4, 4 is 16. What is A2? 0. It means AB line and CD line are perpendicular. That simple is that. So hope you getting it. Try to catch the concept. What is the new thing you have learned? That when two lines are perpendicular, what happens? And second, for finding the ratio, you need not find the line. You can find only ratio. You need not find the line. So okay. This was a question number 2 from the exercise. Now let me tell you some question. In question number 3, same question asked for parallel condition. Show that two lines are parallel, joining 2 points. Same we will do. We will find the ratio of first line. We will find the ratio of second line. And what is the condition of showing the parallel? A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 is equal to 0 is the least condition for showing lines are perpendicular. But what is the condition to show lines are parallel? Easy, their ratio should be proportional. A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2. If this is happening, meaning lines are parallel. So please you do which I spoke here. Focus on that and get answer. Question number 4th and 5th are same. 4th and 5th are same. 4th I am telling you. Find the equation of line passing from 1 to 3 and it is parallel to the 3i plus 2j minus 2k. I don't think that is a trouble. You remember that you can do it easily. You should be perfect in both the way, vector form and Cartesian form. I think you can go through this. Or if you are expert in Cartesian equation, Cartesian concepts, still okay. So I can tell you this question by both the method. Try to understand. Question says, find the equation of the line by which passes from 1 to 3. Suppose this is line and this is passing from 1 to 3 and it is parallel to 3i plus 2j minus 2k. Do you remember the vector formula? You want to find this line. You want to find the equation of this line. So what is the equation of the line? You should remember that. If you are good in vector, so you will remember the formula of equation of line in vector form. What is the formula in vector form? R equal to A plus lambda B. So what is A? By which line passes? Line passes from this. So this is your A, and B. B is a vector. B is a ratio vector. Actually, B is what? B is what? B is a ratio vector which always keeps its parallel. Meaning, it always remains its parallel. Meaning, that is your B. It actually carries the ratio of line. 3, 2, minus 2 are what? This is ratio of this line because these are parallel. So this is very interesting now. It is a B, it is your A. You can go R equal to A plus lambda B. So A equal to I plus 2j plus 3k by which line passes, and B is a ratio vector which always keeps its parallel. It's a B. B equal to 3i 2j minus 2k, and put a value, get answer. R equal to, so A equal to I plus 2j plus 3k, and lambda B is equal to that 3i. So I that didn't complete the question with the full of the method. You have to write by your own. That first line, the line passes from 1 to 3, so that the position vector that point is called A equal to I 2j 3k, I plus 2j plus 3k, and line is parallel to the vector 3i plus 2j minus 2k, so let B equal to that, and then vector equation is this one. So okay, this is the vector form. But if the question is coming, and if you want to find its Cartesian form, you're not good in vector. You're not good in vector, but you should be good in one of the method. Suppose you're good in Cartesian equation. So what is a Cartesian equation? When line passes from one point, you remember x minus x1 upon a, y minus y1 upon b, z minus z1 upon c. This is the line, equation of line by one which passes from one point. Point is x1, y1, z1, which is this one, x1, y1, z1. And what is ABC? The ratio of the line. So ratio of the line, here it is not visible anything now, but this is parallel to this one. So you can catch the ratio from here. 3, 2 minus 2 are ABC, which is actually ratio of this vector, but they are parallel. So you can also catch for this also. So the ratio of this line will be 3, 2 minus 2. You can put and get answer. So what is hard thing? Nothing. You should only be perfect in the concept. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. So this is the question. Now go on some questions. So all are very easy questions. Find the question number 8. It is find the vector in Cartesian equation of lines that passes through the origin point. So I tell you that a very interesting concept is this. Can you see the question number 8? And can you see on this? This is the thing. Find the vector in Cartesian equations of lines that passes through the origin point in 5 minus 2 3. Sorry, I should not make this one. Given that let A is equal to 5 minus 2 and 3, and origin point is always O, is triple 0. What question asks? Question asks find the vector and Cartesian equation of the lines that passes from 2 points, origin point and 5 to 3, 5 minus 2 3. So what we will use? We have a 2-point form. Question asks that the point A and point O, and line is passing from A and O. So what is the equation of the line passing from A and O? It's very simple. Very simple. We will use a 2-point form in which you are perfect. Suppose Cartesian equation so I tell you how to do this. Let A is 5 minus 2 3 and O is this one. So equation of line in 2-point form. You remember this is x1, y1, z1, it is x2, y2, z2, and symmetric form is x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1, z minus z1 upon z2 minus z2. It is a formula 2-point form of line. You please see in the previous videos, you can get that equation of line when it passes from 2 points. x1 is first, x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, go on. X minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, y minus y1 plus 2, it will be y2 minus y1. It's 0 plus 2 gonna be, and z minus z1 upon z2 minus z2. Lastly, it's gonna be x minus 5 upon minus 5, y plus 2 upon 2, z minus 3 upon minus 3. It is a simple Cartesian form of line we obtained. And if you want to find a vector form, so I can give you a trick. You can use a formula in vector form. You can use a formula r equal to a plus lambda b minus a. This is 2-point form, guys. But if you don't remember, a is a position vector of first point, b is a position vector of second point, and you can go and you can put and get answer. But still, if you don't remember this formula and you have to find the vector form, you don't bother about that. You don't bother about that. You already have got the Cartesian form. Let me speak one thing. If this question has come and you are told to find only vector form, and vector formula you don't know, so you find your answer in Cartesian form and convert this Cartesian form in vector form. I repeat myself, if the question comes with the way that find only vector form of the line and you don't remember the formula of vector form, so you find by the Cartesian form and turn your Cartesian form in vector form. How we can convert the vector form? R equal to a plus lambda b. This is the vector form. This is the final vector form. A meaning by which line passes, 5 minus 2, 3. This you can create a. So r equal to a will be 5 minus 2, 3. 5 minus 2, 3. Lambda, what is b? Ratio. 5 minus 5, 2 minus 3. Minus 5, 2 minus 3. You got an answer. R equal to a plus lambda b. That's very simple, guys. So if you are not good in vector, you can do the study of a Cartesian, that form. But be sincere regarding that. I think you will be expert in that. You don't worry about that. Okay. So we've seen the question 8.1. Now let's look some question of the exercise also. We have question number. Suppose the 10th one is out of syllabus because it is asked angle between two lines, so we don't have to study it. 9th question is same as the question number 8th. 11th question, find the angle between lines. Please leave it. 12th and 13th question is almost same. 12th question says the lines are 1 minus x upon 3, 7y minus 14 upon 2p, z minus 3 upon 2. This is first line. 7 minus 7x upon 3p, y minus 5 upon 1, 6 minus z upon 5. Given that lines are perpendicular, find p. Very important question this is. This question can come. I mean it. This question can come. Given that lines are perpendicular, these two lines are perpendicular, we need to find the value of p. What a beautiful thing is coming in this question. Let me explain. These two lines in Cartesian form, but these are not in standard form. What is standard form? X minus x1 upon a, but it is not looking x minus x1. Y minus y1 upon b, it is not looking y minus y1. Z minus z1 upon c, it's good. X minus x1, no, it is good. It is also not good. So first of all, we'll arrange all the things. So it's very easy to arrange. Look at it. First line can be written. Take out minus common. Take out minus common. Take out minus common and that minus shift in the denominator. Again, take out minus common and shift in denominator. It looks x minus x1 upon a. Take 7 common. Take 7 common. And that 7 which will come here, you do transfer 7 in denominator of 2p. 2p. It looks y minus y1 upon b. And last is okay. Line 2 can be written as, take minus 7 common. So x minus 1 upon minus 3p by 7. What you've done? Two things together you have done. Take 7 common. So it will shift in the denominator of 3p by 7. Take minus common. So x minus 1 will happen and minus also shift in denominator. Okay. Y minus 5 upon 1 is looking good. Z minus, again take minus common and shift that minus in denominator. What you have done? You have created your favorable two lines which is looking x minus x1 upon a1, y minus y1 upon b1, z minus z1 upon c1, something like that. And these two lines are what? Perpendicular. It is given. So what is the condition of perpendicular? a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2 is equal to 0. So you go through this. You know that the ideal formula is a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2 is equal to 0. The condition is this when lines are perpendicular. Okay. In the first line, a1, b1, c1 is the ratio of first line. Look at minus 3, 2p by 7 and 2. And 8 in second line, in line 2, we have a2, b2 and c2 is 3p by 7, 1 and minus 1 and minus 1. So after finding a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, we can go through the concept. Since lines are perpendicular, a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2 is equal to 0. Go on, a1, a2, minus 3 into minus 3p by 7, b1, b2, 2p by 7 into 1, c1, c2, 2 into minus 5 is equal to 0. And now you can multiply 3p, 9 by 7, 2p by 7, minus 10 is equal to 0. So this 2 will be 11p by 7 equal to 10. So p is equal to 70 upon 11. That is the value of p you have got. So for this particular p, lines are perpendicular. This was very important question. So do this. Now exercise is on you, because shortest distance and simple distance formula as well as 3 or 2 questions are already explained from the exercise. So I think it's on you now. So from tomorrow or next lecture we'll study about the plane. Thank you.